And joining us now to discuss what's been going on in this crazy world of media is the president of Accuracy in Media, Adam Guillette. And you can find them at aim.org. Adam, welcome aboard. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you so much for having me back. Glad to be here.
My pleasure. All right, let's pick up on that moment of prayer on MSNBC that we just saw. The negative reaction to the MyPillow founder, Mike Lindell, who said a prayer and asked that people re-embrace their religion at one of the recent pressers at the White House. Want you to watch.
God gave us grace on November 8, 2016 to change the course we were on. God had been taken out of our schools and lives. A nation had turned its back on God. And I encourage you to use this time at home to get back in the Word, read our Bibles, and spend time with our families.
And here's just one example of the media trashing Lindell, and then Greta Van Susteren blasts him in return. What did you think of the media treatment of the MyPillow guy after he made that prayer at the White House?
Well, it's exactly what you'd expect. Their base at MSNBC, their base at the Washington Post, the New York Times, are rabid, anti-Christian generally, progressives. So they're just trying to virtue signal and appease that base, put out content that base wants to read. If they reported accurately that a successful businessman promoted prayer at a White House meeting, which really isn't particularly controversial, their base wouldn't be that interested in it. But if they go after him and slam him and attack Christianity, their base eats it right up.
And here's a guy who was volunteering that his company was going to help in the coronavirus effort in making masks and medical supplies. They ignored that, and they just called him basically the MyPillow guy. What's he doing there? Well, he's contributing. But you're right. They have that agenda, and nothing's going to stop them from their agenda. Now I want to move, Adam, on to the call to stop airing these presidential virus task force press conferences, daily briefings. Stop airing them live in their entirety. Watch.
I think that regular information in times of crisis from the government on sort of the science and facts and policy are essential, but I personally can't help but feel these daily sessions are bad for the country, even dangerous from a public health perspective.
I have said I don't think that you should really listen to what he says. You should listen to what the experts say. I'm not actually sure, if you want to be honest, that we should carry that live. I think we should run snippets. I think we should do it afterwards and get the pertinent points to the American people, because he's never, ever going to tell you the truth.
Now, Lemon made those remarks on Monday night, and then by Tuesday, CNN had already started editing out the press conference.
No, it's morally outrageous. What has become incredibly clear is that, particularly in an election year, these are activists, not journalists. Initially, the charge against Trump on handling this crisis was that he was absent. He wasn't doing enough. So Trump starts giving regular briefings. What happens? His poll numbers go up. Well, suddenly, as soon as his poll numbers went up, these press conferences became a big problem, and the media decided, well, shoot, he's doing too much. We got to stop showing the press conferences. I bet you anything, if his polling numbers had suffered during the press conferences, they would be airing them back to back to back. Now that they see that the American people are responding to him, they'd probably like to run reruns of Andrew Cuomo.
Absolutely. And both CNN and MSNBC have now stopped taking all of the press conference. It's outrageous. Now, I want to show you something that CBS did on CBS this morning, like the end of March. They did it. They aired video claiming it was a New York City hospital dealing with the coronavirus, but it had actually had previously on Sky News, and it was from an Italian hospital. Watch. Let's take a look.
This is the main hospital in Bergamo, in Lombardy province. It's one of the most advanced hospitals in Europe.
And CBS acknowledged what they did. I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's unbelievable because, yes, we all make mistakes. They make mistakes inserting videos. They're doing so many stories. I make mistakes, as my wife reminds me. You make mistakes. But it's amazing that their mistakes always seem to fit the media narrative that they're trying to put out there. They never make a mistake in the opposite direction. They never goof up and attribute something positively to conservatives or to the president. All of their mistakes seem to fit the same narrative. It's funny how that always works out.
And Adam, your fine organization, Accuracy in Media, recently got BuzzFeed to make a change. Talk about what you guys did. I see that they changed a headline. They didn't go far enough, but they did make a change. Talk about that.
Yeah, we all bemoan the CBSs, the MSNBCs, but they largely preach to the choir. In my opinion, the most dangerous and most influential quote-unquote news outlets out there are folks like BuzzFeed and now this, because they have a following that's all across the ideological spectrum, and they're primarily followed by easily influenced young people. After that story broke last week about the unfortunate man who consumed aquarium cleaner and died because it contained chloroquine phosphate, some news outlets ran with the story that a man ate aquarium cleaner and died. BuzzFeed ran with the headline, "A man died after self-medicating with a drug that Trump promoted as a potential treatment for the coronavirus." Trump promoted hydroxychloroquine as a potential treatment. He never promoted aquarium cleaner. He never promoted chloroquine phosphate. And this is such a bad headline because not only is it smearing the president, but now if hydroxychloroquine turns out to be a drug that can help people, how many are going to be afraid to take it because they read a lying headline that it killed a man? So we rallied our activists. We went after them on Twitter, via email, on Facebook, and they changed the headline.
Yeah, no, they did. And congratulations. Kudos to you. Adam, thank you very much. And everybody go to AIM.org, and you can check out all the great work that Accuracy Media does. Speak to you again soon.